Hiya Papaya, and welcome to more Genshin Impact. I am your Captain Whale, and we're trying out a new intro that I'm bringing over from Fire Emblem Engage. However, I am recording far enough ahead on Engage that my Engage videos will not reflect this new intro until much later. But we are in the eerily silent Port Ormos, because I've been kind of sitting around here for quite a while I went and did some stuff IRL that needed to be done.
What's the hurry?
But now, Masarer, where are you? Apparently we need to talk to you to start off the new Caribert Archon quest. This is probably going to be quite a long video, as I have heard that this Archon quest can take up to 4 hours to complete. So, this one's going to be another big chungus right after the Windbloom Festival.
Huh? Wait. You're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Teyvat, right?
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
We aren't always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim. So, what address did that person give you anyway?
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I'd failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here.
Great. Well, let me see this letter.
Of course, here it is. All yours.
Come on, Paimon wants to have a look too.
It's been a while. How have you been? I've heard that the two of you are traveling in Sumeru, and I happen to be in Port Ormos on official business. Lately, I've been stopping by a Jafar Tavern for a drink or two every afternoon. If luck's on my side, this letter successfully reaches you. Come to me when we can catch up on old times. We'll see it as a fated encounter. Your trusty buddy Kaya. More like our sussy buddy Kaya.
Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Crafty does describe him pretty well.
This is definitely Kaya's style, the sussy baka.
From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us. Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Do you think he's making this sound like a miracle of fate so that we'd have to go meet up with him?
Shut up, Paimon.
Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends. The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in on him then, huh?
And how fitting it is that we have brought Kaya into our midst for this. I did even do for this something I normally don't do. And since Kaya is going to be our main DPS outfitted on a physical DPS build, Kaya is borrowing Jean's Aquila Favonia and Eula's 4-piece Pale Flame set. So until we complete Caribert, those two characters are, I wouldn't say Jean's necessarily useless, but Eula is definitely severely neutered. And we're going to be bringing along some companions fit for a physical damage comp like Rosaria, Kazuha, and Shinobu. Why Kazuha? Because he's our boy and he helps get things grouped up. And why Shinobu? Because she's an insane electro applicator.
Feel free to look around.
Now, one more thing before we do progress too far in this. I have earned the mailed flower, got it leveled up to 90 of 90, and refinement 5'd it, because I just want to say this is probably one of the best free-to-play event weapons that's been given out in a long time. It's definitely the first one that's captured my interest enough to 90 of 90 it during the reduced cost time period. It grants 110 elemental mastery at level 90 of 90, but it's really when you get Refinement 5 from playing all the mini games, 206 Elemental Mastery because of the extra 96 you can earn by triggering elemental reactions or using elemental skills. So it has essentially the third highest elemental mastery possible for a weapon in the game. The only ones that can have higher elemental mastery are stuff like Sacrificial Fragments and Dragon's Bane that have 221. Right. And Nahida's signature weapon, which has the highest possible for a 5-star at 265. Effectively, like 300 and this can actually be quite a lot, like well over 400 if you have all 3 other party members the same element. If you're running mono element, which is kind of useless to do because then no reactions. So yeah, feasibly this can be like 380 something. And just barely edging out Kazuha's signature sword, which rests at 198 elemental mastery. So yeah, mailed flower, pretty darn good. A little birdie has told me that Dendro Claymore may or may not be on the horizon, and Dendro characters love getting stacked with as much elemental mastery as possible, so I'm thinking when what that little birdie has told me comes true, I might put either the mailed flower or the Makihara Aquamarine on him. Because they are also, according to the little birdie, going to be a 4-star and therefore not have a signature. So, just keep that in mind. This seems like less of an item for Dia and more like something for a certain someone who's coming out, according to this little birdie, very soon. Following afternoon. With that out of the way. I can't remember if it was something to 1600 or like 1600 or something, so we're gonna put it pretty close to 16. Just barely not far enough. Oh, what a shame. That's a change greater than 30 minutes, just barely. There's the suspicious lad.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
It's also extra suspicious that Kaeya is involved in this Dainslief quest, considering that I've long held a theory that our first encounter with the Cryo Herald was going to be Kaeya revealing himself to be an Abyss Herald.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. That's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaeya, you're really here! Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
If you say so.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern? You itching for a lecture from Jean?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her?
You terrified? I don't buy it.
The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes. Sumeru's spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail was invented. That's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master Diluc are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too, huh?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm feeling.
Hey! Using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain!
I'm guessing you've been to Sumeru before.
Oh? What makes you say that?
You came to Sumeru all on your own, so you must be quite familiar with the place.
Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
And? Do continue.
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Don't worry about it.
Well, all right, since you're so interested. Like I said, I was very young then. Don Winery had only just taken me in. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending a team of merchants to Sumeru during a business meeting. I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's curious about their roots on some level. And my roots? They're in Conria, which is said to have been located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru.
Conria?
And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo, and silently joined the merchant delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. Their leader promptly found me, and before I knew it, my adoptive father was dragging me back home by the ear. It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you.
Speaking of Conria, how much do you know about it?
Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young. My life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up, and so I started caring less as well. I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other reason than simply to give me a happier life. A happy life sounds good to me, of course, even if it means being cut off from certain things. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic. These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
One death afternoon, please, boss.
Huh?
Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Dainslief?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainslief, if I'm not mistaken.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Huh?
The Abyss Order?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose that was why my father left me in Mondstadt after all.
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memories. And in any case, I recognize your eyes. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Very clever. Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past, then keep it that way.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss Order in any way, are you?
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. And I'm afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere. So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been.
I trust you, Kaya. I guess.
Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute, so I'll leave the three of you to carry on the conversation without me.
Well, alright then. You go do your thing, Kaya.
See you around. And Dainslief, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen.
So, you said that an Albric founded the Abyss Order?
Well, I suspect that they call your brother their prince, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, so if he was the founder, he'd be the king, right?
So, what do you plan to do here in Sumeru?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember that name?
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan. We learned about that back in Mondstadt.
You've got a new lead?
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly remembered something. Your brother. He mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together.
All the way back then. So that was already a thing several centuries ago?
Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up. I recall that we were traveling to Sumeru when the matter was brought up.
So, you're going to the place that he mentioned back then?
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another to this concept. If I recall correctly, we were somewhere in Avidya Forest then.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll discover some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years!
No. Now is not the time.
Are you concerned about the Abyss Order?
No, it's just... I'm still waiting for my drink.
Seriously?
Of course, Dane had to get his booze in.
Freeze!
Oh yeah, I thought I should also show off that my Kaya is the ever so rare Constellation 6, so I've really been looking for an opportunity to use him, and even if his own personal gear is not quite built up, we can always show him off of this. We're gonna go here, and if it's below, we can just jump on down. Yeah, someone's been surrounded by hilly churls. I could use the friendship experience on other characters, but no time to deal with that now. And over there is the world's most aggressive sumpter beast. Ah, it's right here.
Wait. This place, it's familiar.
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon. Was it like this hundreds of years ago, too?
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember it. There is very little human activity here after all. Let's search the area and see what we can find.
Is this a field? It must belong to whoever owns that house over there. But it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. You could be forgiven for thinking nothing was ever grown here. Or, wait, maybe nothing ever was grown here. It's an extinguished bonfire. Forest rangers, perhaps? Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit. And clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
Nothing else stands out in this area. All that's left is that building. Come on.
Wait, we're just gonna go barging in? What if someone's home?
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area. We should be able to enter without incident.
If you say so. Well, you lead the way then, Dane.
The best thing about this so far is the dendro slime that normally spawns there is not there right now.
Huh. So there really isn't anyone home. Hey, look! It's a bull! Guess whoever used to live here liked to cook, huh?
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent of medicinal herbs in here.
Medicinal herbs is a really weird way of saying meth, Dane.
Oh, so it's a medicine ball? Seems you're right. You've got a good nose on you, Dane. This bed looks pretty ordinary. Huh. There's nothing underneath it either. What sort of person would want to live here? It's so dark and damp. Can't be all that comfortable.
I suppose this is going to be the all-important one.
There's a box over here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off.
What in the world is going through your head? And shut up, Paimon.
Huh? This is a mirror. It's broken, too. Was this a makeup box?
It's just a regular mirror.
That's kinda disappointing. Paimon was hoping we'd uncover some super big secret, especially after Dane talked this place up. Doesn't look like there's anything else worth our attention here. You sure we're in the right place, Dane?
My memories are quite foggy, but my subconscious and instincts both assert that something once happened here. But we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly. I hear noises outside. Let's go and check.
Noises? Is it...
It's not much. Just some minor adversaries.
You mean some hilly trills? Ah, slimes.
monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose. Especially in good shape for a 500-year-old. Although for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters!
Can't really superconduct slimes, unfortunately. Unless they're Geo.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. What's the... Dodge this!
Yep, Geo slimes can be superconducted. That's a nice tidbit to know.
Cool it!
Been a while since I've just gone around beating up random slimes.
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. There must be something nearby that attracted them. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. But it seems to be more than that. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to investigate any issues with the nearby ley lines. I might be a while. You should wait for me here.
What? You're going alone? You better not be trying to keep some secret from us.
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. I merely think that this house should remain the focus of our investigation, and as such, someone ought to stay here and keep an eye on it. Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines, I will be more than able to handle it alone.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just camp out here then.
And HoYoverse doesn't want to give us any spoilers to Dane's kit and element.
Fireplace over there. Let's make ourselves something to eat. All this running around has made Paimon real hungry.
We do actually know what Dane's official element is, except for the fact that it's not one of the 7 we currently have in the world of Teyvat, and it's also not gotten an official translation of its name into English. However, we do know, based on the rough translation of the Chinese and Japanese names already given for Dane's constellation, his constellation will likely be called Ouroboros. We need frickin' Pyro on our team. We'll be back.
Let's go.
D-Luke, D, do the honors. I think we're gonna use D-Luke instead of Kazuha.
Your cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would be enough for Paimon to stick with you.
First of all, game, what was this we and Paimon lit the fire? That was clearly D-Luke slamming his wolf's gravestone into the ground to magically cause fire to burst forth. And, well, freeloading comes more naturally to you than most.
Changing the subject, Dane's taking forever. He said that there might be an issue with the nearby ley lines. How bad do you think it could be? We came together, but now it's back to just being the 2 of us again. You know, now that Paimon mentions it, we really have spent lots and lots of time together, haven't we? So, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but, do you ever get tired of Paimon being around?
Shut up, Paimon.
Okay, fine. Paimon should have known you weren't gonna say anything nice. So, next question. Don't know if it's okay to ask this, but Paimon's curious. What was it like traveling with your brother?
I'm pretty sure that sound we're hearing in the background is D-Luke taking damage from standing on the fire and triggering his Constellation 2. We'd gaze at the stars just like this, and we'd point at the planets we wanted to visit.
Wow.
We traveled through the universe, always by each other's side. We saw all manner of hope and despair. This is the first time we've ever been separated. If nothing else, I just want to know what happened.
Yeah. Paimon understands. Being separated without even knowing the reason why, it's just terrible. But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles, and you too, Teyvat.
And just you wait, Heavenly Principles, until I pull you from the banner.
You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead, because if you're sad, Paimon will be too.
Shut up, Paimon.
All right. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat you up.
Well, this is a first. Paimon not going to bed before me.
Oh, come on! Don't say that! Paimon just wants to look after you for once.
All right.
Nighty-night. Go on, shoo! Off to sleep!
I guess it's gonna be the morning before we find out how dead D-Luke is from standing on that fire.
Hey, time to wake up. The sun has risen. What a deep sleeper. You do know that we need to... Tear stains. You dreamed of your sibling last night, didn't you? All right. Rest here a bit longer then. I'll head into the forest to investigate.
Huh? Why are you going back into the forest? How did I sleep till morning? Why didn't Paimon wake me up to switch shifts? Hang on a moment. Where is Paimon anyway? I vaguely remember Dane coming over. Did Paimon go into the woods with him? Seeing how I hadn't woken up yet? Whatever the case, looks like it's just me here for now. Guess it's time to stretch my limbs and have a look around. Something's clattering over here. Wait, did that noise come from inside the house? Shut up, Paimon. No reply. I should go inside and check. Yeah, I have no idea what that sound during the dream sequence there was. Or during the conversation was.
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
Shut up.
This place is not whatever you think it is. Nor should you be poking your nose into my business. Begone!
I'm only here to look for my traveling companion.
Your travel companion? You mean the one that was keeping watch by your side last night? Your companion departed for the forest early this morning. That much I saw with my own eyes.
I thought so. Still don't know if I can trust this person's word just yet. So you mean to say that you were nearby last night?
What
Creeping on me?
business is that of yours, hmm? All you need to know is that I claimed this place first. And what I do here is none of your concern.
I think it is of my concern, considering I'm the one with the Wolf's Gravestone, Aquila Favonia, Deathmatch, and Zephos Moonlight, and to your no visible weaponry.
Do I make myself quite clear? Leave.
There's something strange about this person. I need to find out what he's hiding.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I think I'm better off waiting here for them to come back.
If you must, suit yourself.
He's got star eyes.
Been observing you, and you don't look like a forest ranger, nor someone from the academia. Still, I'm warning you, no funny business. Promise me that, and you can do as you please.
And his attire is very reminiscent of what Abyss Heralds wear. Nor will I pretend to be a saint.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Just move aside. I'm heading in.
May I join you? I was out here all night. I'm cold.
You... Oh, go on then. Have it your way. I knew I wasn't going to be able to hide this anyway. Just come in. But no overreacting to anything you see in here, okay? You understand me?
Relax, I've been around. It takes a lot to faze me.
Come on then.
Yeah, this guy wouldn't stand a chance against us. Hilly Churl.
Mind your own business. And don't worry, he isn't aggressive. How could he be? He was too young for anything like that. So don't you lay a finger on him. Just find yourself a corner to rest if you're tired or cold.
You're from Conria, aren't you?
Huh? You know Conria? Who are you? Exactly? And how do you know I'm from Conria?
The shape of your pupils. I'm just a traveler.
Do you worship a god, traveler?
I follow no god. In fact, I count some of them as my foes.
Sounds like you've had an eventful life. All right, well, my name is Ida, and you are correct. I was once Conrian. I apologize for my earlier hostility, but you must understand, as far as I'm concerned, humans who do not worship the Seven are nigh extinct. And all who place faith in the gods are my enemies.
Spoken like a true Conrian.
That may be. But the fact is that chances to talk to people like yourself have been few and far between since the cataclysm. This wretched curse of immortality. Who knows how long I must continue to suffer like this?
I take it that's how you've survived for so long?
The curse. It was a little gift given to the people of Conria by those vile gods. We lost our home, our loved ones, everything. The agony of the cataclysm itself was already too much to bear, but then came the curse, robbing us any chance of release. All we can do is watch helplessly as our souls erode and our bodies decay.
So Ida is just like Dane, someone who bears the curse of immortality. So why did some people turn into hilly churls while you were afflicted by this curse instead?
Because, although Conria began with a single bloodline, it was a home to others too. Any who forsook their gods and came to Conria were welcomed as our fellow citizens. When the cataclysm came, we pure-blood Conrians were declared the greater sinners. Upon us the gods placed the curse of immortality. But those whose ancestry belonged to the domains of other gods were punished with the curse of the wilderness as they fled, turning them into monsters.
So who is this hilly churl to you then?
He is Caribert, my illegitimate son. How times have changed. I can say that out loud with no consequence now, but it was once a matter of unspeakable shame. I was a noble of Conria. I resented the life that my family had arranged for me. And then, one day, I met a beautiful woman amongst the people. Her roots were in Mondstadt, but that mattered not to me. It was love at first sight. Caribert faced great hardship from the very moment of his birth. All due to my selfish desires, and I was never able to be there by his side for any of it. After all that, he turned into a hilly churl right before my very eyes. I always owed him much, and now at least I can finally be close to him.
What happened to his mother?
She was. We were separated. I do not wish to dwell on it.
I'm sorry. I know this must cause you great pain.
It could be worse. I suffer the pain of loss because I once had everything I could wish for. And now that I have lost almost everything, the little that remains I see with new clarity. If nothing else, at least I still have Caribert.
What do you plan to do now?
Yes, that reminds me. I only returned here to check on Caribert, but I do have other things I wish to do. You may come with me, if you're so inclined.
Yeah, we'll follow him. Down to his field here.
Over here.
Crafting bench.
I'm sure you're wondering why I brought Caribert here to Sumeru. Well, it's because he needs a medicine that can only be made here. One which will help him to recover his clarity of mind.
His clarity of mind? When we were in the chasm, Dane said that the curse could not be undone. Is recovery really possible?
I do not hope to break the curse. I am well aware of my powerlessness against the punishment of the gods. But it is said that this medicine is imbued with the power of Sumeru's god of wisdom and can awaken the mind from a state of deep stupor. It has been used in the past to treat cases of mania. I believe that it might just work.
Where did you hear of this?
I read about it in a book. From the Royal Library of Conria. It was banned. I mean, since this medicine requires the power of the Seven to work. In my youth, I disliked the life of nobility and craved excitement. I was leafing through some forbidden text and happened upon it.
It sounds dangerous.
What other choice do I have? What exactly would you have me do, huh? The gods have already punished us. What does one more sin matter now?
I understand. No matter what, you have to try.
Never mind. As long as you understand. I'm sorry. I struggle to take control of my mood sometimes. Perhaps a consequence of having lived too long. As it happens, I am in dire need of some help to make this medicine. My hands don't have the dexterity they once did. I fear they may be decaying from within. All thanks to this curse of immortality. Okay. To start with, take this ingredient.
That looks like a very suspicious, Rukashava mushroom. I've never seen a mushroom of this kind before.
Also, do you have any, of Sumeru's regional specialties on hand? I believe they're called Palata lotuses and Sumeru roses.
Technically, Ida, only the Palata lotus is a specialty. The Sumeru rose is just a cooking ingredient. I've picked some before, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, in that case, we have everything we need. This is the method for making the medicine. You just need to follow the steps.
Synthesize the nameless taboo medicine of the royal court. Interestingly long name for something nameless. Strange mushroom. We have 2 strange mushrooms. And we have plenty of these guys. The sickness unto near death earned. Hey, Ida, we got your sus medicine.
Is it done? Oh, splendid. Let me see. In all honesty, I do not know what the end product is supposed to look like. The banned book didn't feature any illustrations. Well, the moment has finally arrived. Curses.
It's time to give Caribert the medicine?
No! We need to perform one final step to complete the medicine. I said before that this medicine relies on the power of the God of Wisdom for its restorative effects. Which means we must pay a visit to a statue of the Seven.
I understand your reluctance. Since he needs the God of Wisdom's power, should I get Nahida to help? Forget it. Ida hates the gods. It could complicate things. I'll just do it his way.
Let's go. Bring the medicine with you.
Good thing we're only a glider's flight away from a statue of the Seven. No need to use that 4-leaf sigil, but we can grapple over to this one. And of course they're gonna be a jerk and just heal my Shinobu.
How can I bow before this thing? God of Wisdom! Look at me! I will utter no prayer, nor will I sing your praises. You and your kind destroyed my home, wrought unfathomable suffering on my compatriots, yet here I stand before you. You cannot mock me more than fate itself already has. God of Wisdom, I seek not to disavow myself of the sinful blood that flows through my veins. I wish only to beseech you to have pity upon a young and unfortunate soul, my son, Caribert. He was turned into a monster before he had the chance to witness anything beautiful in this world. This is no fate for a child. If everything the gods have done was in order to have the impious people of Conria bow their heads, then I bow to you now. I have given up all I ever stood for. All I ask is for a tiny miracle. For Caribert to see this world once more. Please, God. I beg of you.
I may not know the whole truth behind the cataclysm, but the people of Conria have truly suffered. Why would Conria and the Seven not coexist in peace?
I have made quite enough of a fool of myself for one day. Let's go.
Things will get better. Crap, we didn't get out of there fast enough. Our Shinobu got fully healed.
Stand with me.
So let's fix that. Don't mind if I do.
Caribert?
The hilly churl seems almost lifeless. Its reactions to everything are incredibly weak.
Well, we've prepared the medicine. We might as well try it. Caribert, it's me. It's your father. Caribert.
Anything?
Caribert, please say something. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side when you were born. And that I failed to reach you and Mama in time when you both were suffering. But I'm here now. Papa's been by your side all these years. I've never left you, not once. Are you still angry with me, Caribert? I know you're awake now. Do you not want to talk to me? I'm so sorry, Caribert. Forgive me. Please, say something, anything. Please. Please.
Ida, stop. It didn't work.
Oh, gods above! What more do you want from me? You took everything from here, and I still bowed to you. I'd give you my very life if only you cared to take it. But you won't even let me die. I knew it. I should never have trusted anything that had to do with the gods. I was just deluding myself. The gods of this world have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment.
There might be other reasons it didn't work.
Other reasons? What do you mean?
Such as, who knows, perhaps the dosage was too low, or maybe it takes a full course of treatment.
Huh. You really think so?
You have to exhaust all options.
Give up? No, never. And yes, you're right. I cannot let myself wallow in despair. Even if I must stay here with him for 50 years, 100, what difference does it make? I do not lack for time.
That's the spirit. To have infinite time, yet no hope, can only be called torture.
Let's go. We'll make another dose. The most crucial ingredient in this medicine is the unusual mushroom, which makes things complicated, but not impossible.
Where did you get those mushrooms from anyway?
I grow them in that field.
Wait, in a field? Like a crop?
The details don't matter, right? Curb your curiosity and just do as I instruct. If you truly wish to help me, that is how you can do it.
Fine.
There is a waterfall near the statue I prayed at. I need you to collect some water from there around 2 in the afternoon. I'll be here watching Caribert. Once you're back, I will make some fertilizer for the mushrooms.
Got it.
Good. Then please head over when the time comes.
That's a quick way to pass time. Well, let's get our Shinobu damaging back on track. I like to keep my Shinobu right around dancing the line between what do you call it? Between like 30% HP and 25% HP, because I have C6, so I want to be triggering the extra elemental mastery from dropping below 25% as often as possible. Give Ida the water. We can avoid that awful Statue of the Seven. So rude of it to heal up my Kuki Shinobu, but not even heal up Caribert.
What's the hurry?
Ah, you're back. Caribert's condition is stable. By which I mean he still isn't responding. Anyway, give me the water. I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do, don't let any forest rangers approach the house. Understand?
Of course. Your secret is safe with me.
Ah, good. I'll be back soon. The fertilizer won't take but a moment to make.
Monsters, and so many of them. It looks like they're coming for this field. Does watering the field somehow attract monsters? Better fend them off.
Freeze!
The bond is strong.
Cool it!
Still one more of these little twerps.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Stand with me.
Alright, get that superconduct in there a little bit.
Freeze!
What happened? Was it monsters? Oh, thank goodness you were here. I couldn't have taken them on all by myself. I'd have to hide and wait until they were gone. Oh, yes, I've got the fertilizer. The effects can take some time to kick in, so let's get on with it. Next, we pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to make another dose. I trust you still remember the method.
Of course. More of it. Another dose. Ida, the medicine's ready.
Oh, sorry. I just, after resting in this field for a while, my thoughts began to wander. I have been so very wary for many years. If only I could fall asleep here in this field and never wake up again.
You still have Caribert?
I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought. Thank you for your help once again. And now, for the final step. Back to the statue of the Seven.
That big jerk, just as I, got my Shinobu nice and injured like I like her. Yeah, heal Hu Tao up all you want for all I care. I don't care about her.
We're here. Let's begin. Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Caribert!
He left the house.
Oh no! He must have left while we were too busy preparing the medicine to notice. Come on! We have to catch up with him!
Alright. Crap. I told you, statue, I don't want your help with Shinobu. Oh, crap, he's heading into the chasm. That's where hilly trolls go to die.
What's the hurry?
Dissipate.
That's not Caribert.
There's no silk scarf around his arm.
Right. Caribert's scarf was a gift I once gave to his mother. I use it now as a marker of sorts. My eyes must be going. How could I not recognize my own son? This decrepit body of mine.
Still, this hilly churl. There's something strange about it.
Ah, yes. It doesn't seem interested in us in the least. It seems intent on walking in that direction. Where could it be going?
Let's go have a look.
Yes. The more we know about hilly churls, the better.
Oh, I know exactly where it's going. Hilly churls only go into the chasm for one reason. To die. Follow the chilly churl.
Did it go in here? Well, let's head in.
The silly billy churl.
What a ghastly place. Has it always existed? I swear I've never noticed it before.
Look, the hilly churls, they're dying.
Huh. It looks like they're, worshipping. Sometimes walking, sometimes kneeling in worship, and it appears to be in earnest. I've never seen anything like this in all my life. What in the world does this place conceal? Oh, there's only one way to find out.
The air here and this creepy scene. It's eerily familiar. Almost like what we saw with Dane in the last Dainslief quest. Continue exploring. The hilly churls are worshipping. And they're not even yah-ing us as we walk past them.
Stand with me.
And now they're yah-ing us.
You can't run.
Dodge this.
Well, that just got a whole lot gloomier in here.
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering it?
All right, more exploration.
Dissipate. Judgment.
Our guaranteed crits Rosaria here.
Freeze. Dodge this.
First time since the early game that I've really used Kaya, and I'm just gonna say, feels kind of nice to use such a simple character again. No real gimmicks or any real bugs like dying off field. Dia. I don't regret pulling for Dia. It's just she's fun, just a little underwhelming with a couple key bugs in her feature. Open faster doors. The doors don't open fast enough for Kaya's long legs and a tall man body type.
Freeze. fight.
And we got to pick something up. Hey, they only aggro us if we actually attack them first, which our spinning wheels are not exactly known for not aggroing things.
Dawn, break forth!
And that was some erase Tilly Churl there. Can't climb on anything inside a domain. Ah. I guess this is the way forward.
How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down, or gravity itself?
Thank you, Lumine, for actually voicing these things.
What's the hurry?
This has been interesting so far. I was able to immediately tell that that guy was Conrian. What's over here, though? Still a blocked grate.
What's the hurry?
Fortunately, we have a tall boy. Down into the center we go. Or I guess down onto the ceiling we go.
It seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
Alright, we could continue exploring. Okay, that's where we were before. I wonder if the other grate was opened on the other side.
What's the hurry?
Kind of you to join us the rest of Kaya's leg.
Humans, fate has not granted you the right to enter this place.
An Abyss Herald? No, he doesn't look like someone from the Abyss Order.
Do you insist on an audience? Very well. Then I grant you the trial of destiny.
And we gotta fight this guy, it seems. New entry.
Our bond is strong.
Lights out.
Oh, so sorry.
Burn him down as quick as possible.
I'll settle this. Punishment.
This guy actually has a lot of knockback on his hits.
Flames, purge!
No one.
Dodge this. This move will be frozen.
This guy has a lot of punch for compared to the Hydro Herald's hits.
Dissipate.
Desolation! Flames, purge!
Who was that? He was.
I've seen similar characters before.
He was a perfect being. I'm in awe.
Huh?
He had the most wondrous aura, a perilous yet beautiful power. Oh, truly mesmerizing. And yet, you were able to defeat him. Oh, your strength is greater than I had imagined.
I just have lots of combat experience.
Let's continue on. I find myself growing more curious by the second and more excited.
Still not entirely sure what the ching noise is that's coming from D-Luke's kit during those cutscenes. Then I now know it is coming from D-Luke's kit. That'll be enough to put Shinobu back up over the 25% line. .8 out of 10, however, is too much door.
I think we've made it to the end.
What is that thing? Wrapped in chains, hanging in midair, emanating a sinister aura, there's no mistaking it. It's just like the defiled statue. Yep, just like the defiled statue. So, does it have something to do with the Abyss Order? And these worshipping hilly churls remind me a little too much of the Grand Thief. Lots of parallels here. Ida, this place is bad news. We've got to go. Ida?
Oh, dear creature. Why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for a power that you covet?
Whose voice is that? It must be coming from right inside my head. Can't Ida hear it?
Oh, dear creature. Why do you bow down? For I am no god. I am but a sinner.
Sinner.
You are like a flower, born in sin, yet pure, spotless. I know your fate well. You need no longer hold back your resentment, nor accept the countless lies. Go forth, become a transcendent one. Rise beyond the fate bestowed upon you. And I shall shed a tear at the end of time, as I gaze back upon your life.
Who in the world are you, and what do these words mean? The voice, it's gone. Ida?
What just happened? When I saw that thing, my heart was instantly at peace. I was overcome by a sense of awe or joy, perhaps.
Are you all right now?
I am. I feel good. In fact, I feel better than I did before I came in here. How peculiar.
Something's not right about this place. We need to get out of here.
Oh, is that so? All right. As you wish. Caribert! Oh, thank goodness! He's still okay.
Don't we still need to go to the Statue of the Seven?
I have a strange feeling that what just happened was meant to be. For this to happen, right at the moment when I was dreading worshipping at a statue of the Seven, it's as if fate was calling to me. You say that I bowed before that thing, so perhaps it might be just as effective.
But if you insist.
I have to try. No matter what, you said it yourself. I have to exhaust all options. Caribert?
Papa?
Caribert! Oh, my goodness, it worked! It's a miracle! Oh, Caribert, my dear son!
I can't believe it.
You see, it worked! Caribert can speak again!
Where's Mama?
Mama is... Caribert, look at me. Do you know who I am?
Of course. Your Papa.
Yes! Salvation! Sweet salvation! Yes, yes! This is what this feeling is. How do you feel, Caribert? Are you fully awake now?
Yes. It feels like I just woke up from a long, long sleep. I dreamed that I was hiding in a little room. I didn't dare go out the whole time, and I didn't want to either. Wait. My body! What happened to me? Is this me? Papa? What's happened to me?
Don't panic, son. It's just... While you were sleeping, we went into a fairy tale world. There's no more Conria here. No more home. But, do you know what that means? No more red sky. No more end of the world. In this world, you have to be a little monster, but you get to stay with Papa forever.
Am I dead?
No, of course not. Look, Caribert, you still have Mama's scarf on your arm. That means she's watching over you, protecting you. So how could you be dead?
Really?
Yes, really. You've only just woken up, and this must all be very confusing for you. Just Rest here for now. Things will get better. And you have to promise me something. Never take off your mask. Understand? Whatever happens, you mustn't take it off.
Okay, Papa. I won't. I promise.
Not since that day have I been so glad as I am now. I can't believe this is really happening.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I knew that placing my hope in the Seven was a waste of time. I even worshipped at one of their statues like a common fool. Never before have I humiliated myself like that. Once a murderer, always a murderer. I was naive to think that the gods who conspired against us would ever offer redemption. But the god we saw in that cave, now that was a truly mighty god. Nothing like one of the Seven. That wondrous power, it was truly enchanting. Surely that must have been the reason I bowed down. Now then, after one beseeches a god, and the god responds by answering their prayers, should they, do something to show their devotion? Piety is hardly my area of expertise. But surely I should honor the god that has honored my wishes.
But Ida, that was not a god. That was a sinner.
A sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You don't know a single thing about him. How dare you utter such blasphemy? You and I have both witnessed his divine power. When has the Seven worked a miracle like this before? Never! He is a god, mightier than they, and yet you would call him a sinner. Oh, preposterous! No matter. Believe what you will. You cannot shake my faith. I am going to pay my respects with or without you.
Fine, go ahead. Ida's experience has deeply affected him. Not that he was particularly stable to begin with, but this religious fervor is something else. I guess I'd better catch up with him anyway. There are monsters everywhere. I can't stand by and let him fall into their hands. Alright. Enter the cavern again. We still can't do stuff like open the Paimon menu because, well, Paimon's not with us. We can't even open the map to see how boxed in we are. Stupid pig. It's just the simple things like a pig just happening to get plunge attacked when I'm not expecting it. Or earning a trophy in Mass Effect by headshotting that one half disassembled Geth crawling weakly toward you. I'm back into this place. Go to the mysterious chunk of rock.
Freeze! Get with me!
Cool it.
Yep, keep him on ice there, Kaya.
Oh, so sorry.
Dissipate! You can't run!
Oh, very nicely done. Not bad for 699 talent level ups. Really 666 though.
Dodge this!
And finish it off. Easy enough, just a couple of slimes. It's just fun to finally be able to swing around a gravestone of D-Luke instead of a frickin' fish.
No. Impossible. What happened?
It's gone, but it was right here.
The Hilly-Churl worshippers have disappeared too? Was it all an illusion?
That seems unlikely. We couldn't have both seen the exact same illusion.
That's true. Yes, it can't have been an illusion. I still feel that awesome and wondrous power flowing through my mind and body. It was neither illusion nor coincidence, and certainly no dream. It was a wonder. Yes, a divine wonder. Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future we shall see it again.
You're turning into a zealot.
Could he really have been a sinner and not a god? Caribert? Where has he gone?
He's not in here. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, no, no. Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone having been here.
Maybe he ran off, but why?
This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a forest ranger or an adventurer in his current state?
Then we have to find him first?
Wait a minute. This isn't how we left it. Oh no. Did he? The mirror, it's broken!
But hasn't the mirror been broken this whole time? What does the broken mirror mean?
He must have taken his mask off and seen what he looks like beneath it. If he'd just done as he was told! We have to find him.
But the mirror was already broken when we got here, so that's a bit of a mystery. Rainfall. Still in the special sequence.
It's his scarf. He dropped it. Looks like we're going the right way. Come on.
Continue the search for Caribert.
Caribert, where are you? Curses. Forest rangers.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a hilly-churl? A hilly-churl should have come past this way. Have you seen it?
I asked you first. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be.
I said, have you seen a hilly-churl?
Ida.
Hey, whoa. Look, sir, there's no need to get so worked up. There are hilly-churls everywhere. What's the big deal? We see plenty of them out here.
Exactly. Matter of fact, we just took out a few of them back there. Those dumb boneheads.
You... Forest Ranger scum! You spawn of the Seven are all the same! I'll have your heads if you so much as laid a finger on Caribert!
You're raving mad! You've got some gall coming here to our nation insulting the Forest Rangers!
Curse you all, Forest Rangers!
Stop it, Ida. Stop, or the Forest Rangers and I will have to make you.
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over a few hilly churls? Makes no sense.
He'd only just regained his mind. How could you do this to him? So tell me, Forest Rangers, did you really spare none of them? Did you really take out every last hilly churl you saw?
Jeez, you're really not gonna let this go. Fine, you weirdo. If you must know, I happened to cross paths with a solitary hilly churl when I left the team to, use the toilet. I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all. It was just bumbling along in that direction. So I left it alone.
There's still hope. That could have been Caribert.
Yes! Wonderful! Wonderful! Let's go! We have to find him!
Wait, you're leaving? Not even a thanks for the info, goodbye?
You kinda were just slaughtering transformed Conrians there.
Caribert!
We found him.
Caribert, stop! It's me! It's Papa! Whatever you saw, it was all a trick. An illusion. I told you, we're in a fairy tale world now. Nothing here is real. Please, Caribert, come back. It's time to go back. Caribert?
He's not responding. He's relapsed.
How could this happen? He regained his mind. He must be able to hear me. Surely. Come, Caribert. We have to go home now. Papa's here to take you home, all right?
What has that strange power done to him?
Papa?
Caribert.
Papa, I can't take it.
Please, Caribert. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa!
I see. I understand now. Finally, it all makes sense.
What happened? Did I faint? I remember Caribert taking off his mask, but then...
Ah, Traveler, you're awake. Finally, we can rejoice together. Wait, no. Why am I still calling you Traveler? Oh, I have known your true identity for some time now.
What do you mean, true identity?
I suspected it was you. Oh, from the beginning. I had to talk to you to be sure.
But I've never met you.
Oh, of course you haven't. With your status, you can hardly be expected to know all of us. In any case, I've been using a fake name this entire time. Ida is the name of a servant I once had. My real name is Clotar. Clotar Alberic.
Alberic? Kaeya's dad?
You saw it too, didn't you? Unmistakable, eh? The power inside Caribert and the power of the one you call a sinner. It was one and the same. Yeah. I am positive now. It's the power of the abyss, isn't it? Oh, at long last, I have seen it with my own eyes.
What happened to Caribert?
That is no business of yours. A sinner. Yes. Salvation for a sinner can only come from a sinner. Caribert did not deserve his fate, but now it's wonderful. He will be able to weave his own destiny anew. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate.
There's that term again. The loom of fate. You're right about this being from the abyss. But the abyss is sinister and dangerous.
Huh? Sinister? Dangerous? Oh, I never imagined that you, of all people, would deny the abyss. How ridiculous! We once believed that you would bring new strength and hope to Conria. To us, you were the abyss. A wondrous mystery far beyond our imagination and comprehension.
I figured out what's going on here. We haven't actually woken up from our sleep beside the fire with Paimon. This is all going on, I guess, back in time?
And the one who controls the abyss can control everything.
And that's why Ida said that the mirror wasn't broken before, because we actually saw the mirror in the future.
We yearned for that future. We looked to you to take us there. But what did you bring us instead? Oh, Prince of Conria.
What did he just call me?
Traveler! Hey, Traveler! Traveler!
You're awake! Oh, thank goodness you're awake!
A dream sequence where we saw our brother's events from the past.
Paimon was worried sick! Traveler? Traveler?
What happened while you were unconscious? I checked the ley lines nearby. It appears that the Abyss tampered with them, and they've been in turmoil ever since. Information and memories flow within the ley lines. What did you witness?
The founder of the Abyss Order, Alberic. What happened to him?
You mean Clotar Alberic? After founding the Abyss Order, his faith in the Abyss led him to do a great many things. But the curse of immortality continued to torment his body and mind. And in the end, neither his faith nor the Abyss he worshipped could save him. After 100 years, he lost his mind completely and was never seen again. Yet his dark legacy lived on. The defiled statue that we encountered previously was just one perverse product of his use of abyssal power during his life.
And despite that, my brother ultimately sided with him, didn't he?
You could say that. He wouldn't be the Abyss Order's prince otherwise.
Are you alright? You have a troubled look on your face. What happened?
I have a story to tell you.
So you saw his memories from centuries ago through your own eyes. It all but defies belief. Still, as I'd suspected, the notion of the Loom of Fate did indeed rear its head during that time. And it seems closely connected to Clothar Alberich's son, Caribert, and what happened to him. And yet your brother never breathed a word of this incident to me. I wonder, was that the moment that he decided to go down this path?
I also wish that I could know what he thought about all of this. But one thing is clear. This was not a happy memory.
Indeed. Clearly, this series of events sparked a long period of deep contemplation. This was where it all began.
Yes, oh, I almost forgot. There's something I need to check.
What is it?
I need to know what lies buried in this field.
The field? What does that have to do with anything?
You mean here? Well, let's start digging and see.
You scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you rebury them yet?
We're done. You can open your eyes now.
A male and female skeleton, buried together. Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been interred much later, and it's holding a silk scarf in its hand. But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were bodies buried here?
I think that the bones of the man belong to Clothar Alberic.
What? That's impossible. Unless Clothar Alberic finally found a way to rid himself of the curse.
Perhaps he did, or perhaps he was just killed.
This all raises far too many questions. I need time to think, and to search my memories for some missing pieces. We should part ways here.
Huh? You're just gonna leave? Why? You could come with us, you know.
It's better that we split up for now. I think that he might have seen you.
Who's he?
You mean the voice that I heard inside my head?
Yes. I have my suspicions as to his identity, but I need to confirm some other details before I can be sure. If the time is right, I will tell you when we next meet.
But what do you mean that he saw the Traveler? How is that possible?
It was just a memory. It all happened hundreds of years in the past.
I fear that while these things would limit anyone else, they are no obstacle to him.
What? Why? What is he?
A sinner.
All right, let's leave it there. Get some rest. Goodbye.
There goes Dane. And just like that, it's back to being the two of us again, huh?
Oh, Paimon, one more thing.
What is it?
I missed you.
Huh?
Quest complete? Okay, not nearly as long as I was anticipating. I was anticipating that one taking quite a while based on some of the run times I've seen. Yeah. Not bad at all. Still no hide nor hair of the Geo Knight. I wonder when those come in. Maybe we'll find one during Dia's story quest or something. Most aggressive summoner beast in the world for you.
Our bond is strong.
Get out of here, you stupid beast. And we're healing up our own Shinobu that time. How stupid of us. But yeah, this has been pleasantly shorter than I thought it was going to be. I do thank you very much for watching. WhalePod, do remember to leave a like if you enjoyed that questline. And as always, do consider subbing to the channel if you have not done so already. I am trying to make a career out of YouTube, so each individual sub is a step in the right direction. And now, do also remember that comments are always welcome down below. I do enjoy hearing from all of y'all, so do feel free to leave your thoughts on either the mailed flower or the quest line, or you could just, you know, say, hey, after all, I do enjoy hearing from all y'all. Now, with the business side of things out of the way, I hope you all are having fantastic days, Whale Pod, and make sure to stay cool, stay classy, and never turn to abyssal power to solve your problems. But until next time, this is Captain Whale saying, "Abaya papaya."
Come on, let's get moving.